Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Bankson with the Shock Career Accelerator. I want to talk a little bit about what our office does throughout the Wichita State University. First off, obviously, our name, the Shock Career Accelerator. We have two buildings. We're located in the John Bardo Center, Suite 162, as well as Brennan 3, which is just across 17th Street, right just south of campus. So, just to start talking today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do as far as the services that we provide here at in the Shock Career Accelerator here at Wichita State University. So a few of the things we do, a lot of the um, an umbrella term would maybe be we do everything that involves students helping you get a job, internship, or whatever your career looks like, right? So we're just interested in helping you with that. So some of the services that we provide that are direct towards that are career counseling, co-ops and internships. So we help that throughout the university. Cover letters, so we'll do document reviews, things like that. Job searches, so whether that be an internship search, a part-time job search, on-campus job search, we'll help you out with that. Mock interviews as well. So these are things we do. One of the most important things that employers tell us that students need to do are mock interviews. Because if you've never had a mock interview, I can tell you firsthand, my first interview at a big job did not go well. So mock interviews are a very, very important thing to think about doing as you come in to Wichita State University. Resumes, this is one of the more popular things we do, resumes or CVs for students that are needing those. We review those. We review up to 4,000 a semester. So that would be, in person or virtually. We do all of those. And we've seen everything, and we definitely encourage students to get their resume looked at, no matter how many times you've had it looked at or how inexperienced you are with resumes. It's a great idea to get your resume reviewed, and then career events. So, and then I'll talk about those here a little bit more in detail. But any career events that you see, hosting employers, anything like that, are some of the things we provide. So some of the other services that we provide throughout the university as well. LinkedIn Learning, this is an online platform that we have that we've purchased for every student across Wichita State University campus, and faculty and staff as well. So it's an online platform that offers video courses, obviously taught by industry experts. This is backed by Microsoft, so it's a very intuitive, it's very dynamic with industry, which is great. No video is usually older than 3 to 4 years, so it's great to have those at your disposal. Obviously, with those, you can increase your technology and creative and business skills. So there's things on there. Obviously, you can learn things like Power BI or become a full stack developer. But you can also have, if you ever have interest in, Adobe Suite, Adobe Creative Suite. So I want to learn how to edit photos because I love photography, things like that. You can do that on there. And obviously, if you want to increase your business acumen and learn about how to be a leader, those are all things that you can do there. So everything that's on there, we always encourage students. LinkedIn's a great platform to use just in general, but then obviously LinkedIn Learning takes that a step forward to supplement your education. Handshake. So this is something that we do. This is where we kind of I would say, our on-campus job portal as well as internship portal for college students. So Handshake is a company that's in over 500 universities now. And it is a online job portal across the country, across the nation for college students and recent grads. So obviously, with your MyWSU ID and password, you have that access already as you're here in orientation, and you can access those at any time. Obviously, is the second bullet point there. So listing of jobs, internships, co-ops, and obviously events specifically for WSU students. So those jobs that are posted on there are specific. Some of those jobs are specific to our students, so no one else can see those positions. Our office does develop a few of those positions that are on there, but there's also postings at your big companies like Microsoft, Tesla, SpaceX, all those big companies, and people that have dreams of working at those places. Those positions are on there as well. So it's a great mix for students looking for opportunities. And obviously, over 7,000 employers are connected with Wichita State. So there's a lot of opportunities on there, not just those large companies, mid-sized companies, and everything in between. So it's a great resource and tool and service that we provide for our students here at Wichita State. So a few other things that we do within our office, and you'll see a lot of these things go on throughout the semester. These workshops kind of cover a lot of our services, but obviously we give them in a more of a presentation platform to kind of meet you where you're at, because sometimes one-on-one opportunities can be a little bit difficult. And I should say we do provide all of these services, obviously in person, but also virtual. So if there's something that's hindering you from coming, we can help with that as well. So some of the workshops that we provide, I'll go through these pretty quick. Acing the interview, pretty self-explanatory what it talks about there. Career fair prep, we usually do this week leading up to our career fairs. If you've never been to a large career fair, sometimes we'll have 40, 50 employers and there'll be upwards of 1,000 students at a career fair. And so managing that, navigating that is a tough task because you can get a little overwhelmed, but helping you understand how to talk to employers as well as how to navigate a career fair is something very important. And then our career ready workshop. So career readiness skills on the NACE competencies, which is the National Association of Colleges and Employers have put out. These are the top 8 things that employers want from college graduates. And so you talk about career management, leadership, critical thinking, teamwork, collaboration, professionalism, global fluency, tech savvy, oral and written communication. All 8 of these things are very important. We provide workshops to students to kind of help you understand those, what those are, and how you can be a great asset to an organization in the future. So a few more workshops that we provide that are a little maybe outside of some of these basic areas: cracking the career code, design your life, handshake lab, meeting your handshake potential. So some of these go over a little, just a deeper dive into some of these things: resume building, professional documents, all of these things. Obviously, we do change these up a little bit every semester, but for the most part, this is kind of what we're going to stick to. And we feel this is a great opportunity for students to dive deeper into any one of these topics throughout the semester or the year. So I talked a little bit about events earlier that we do, and this is just a sampling of some events that we do. So the Business Career Fair, the Root Beer Kegger that we do, that picture there is actually, obviously, maybe you can tell if you've been on campus before or not, but that's right outside the RSC. It's kind of our kickoff event that we have for students, usually the second week of classes, late August. And we bring about 30 to 40 employers of all different majors just to kind of have a good social time with our students and talk about opportunities that may be coming throughout the year. A career closet event. So we do have a career closet within our office that we can provide clothing to students for free. We also have, I didn't post this here, but we also do take professional photographs for students. So if you've never gotten a professional photograph, we can provide that as well for free to you. Education exchange, engineering IT career fair is one of our bigger ones as well. Getting employers throughout the country to come really for that. Health professions, JCPenney suit up event. So this is something we've done the last few years. JCPenney opens their doors after hours for us and gives the students a pretty sizable discount on professional wear. So you think shoes, clothes, suits, ties, things like that can get expensive for students, and so JCPenney provides that opportunity for students in the local area, and obviously some of the virtual career fairs that we do there too. I did speak a little bit about some specific events that we do with the graduate school. So we partner every year, multiple times this semester, a lot of times with the graduate school for graduate school specific events for you all. So they're not always the same. So keep an eye out for that as we approach through the semester. Some of the few ladies that could help you out with some of these topics I talked about earlier: Jill Pletcher, Sarah Rupp, and Maggie Slack. They are all our career counselors as well. So I talked about career counseling as one of the things that we do. And so these ladies are great. They're very experienced. They want to help students like yourself. And so just some faces that you may see through our office. So real quick, a lot of times we want to talk about career counseling and some of the things we do. So this is a quick overview of what you could see in those appointments: so generating career options, finding resources, interest areas, and then job search guidance. So it may not be something that's relatable to everyone sitting in the room or watching this, but it's something that we just want to cover real quick for you all. So now I'm going to shift a little bit to some co-ops, internships, and employment. Some of the little bit different area here. So I want to talk a little bit about what we do within the space of these opportunities, I guess you could say. So this is a quick rundown of what we have provided our students in the past couple of years. So students worked in over 5,100 positions. Now that obviously position could be an internship, working with an innovation campus partner, or on-campus position. So a lot of opportunities are out there for students. Students earn approximately $27 million. That's a sizable opportunity. A lot of the opportunities that we provide our students are paid opportunities, and we pride ourselves in that. We really want to have our students get that opportunity to earn a wage while they're going to school. And I think it's very important. And obviously, 500 employers that we've worked with is a great number. So it's a number that, whether your major is education or engineering or, you're a supply chain student, we want to have that opportunity to meet with that employer that interests you going forward for your professional career. So just a few sampling of employers that we do work with here on campus. If you've been on campus before, you may have seen a few of these employers, but Martin Defense Group, Molecular Diagnostics Lab, Deloitte Consulting, Sedgwick County, Textron Aviation, Spirit Aerosystems, and Koch Industries. And obviously, there's many, many more employers that we work with. Just want to give you guys a quick sampling of that, and you can see some logos here. A few other employers, we'll work with employers around the Wichita area, around the region, but we also work with national employers as well. We have employers like Boeing come to campus, a STREC, which is a research lab up in Omaha. So there's a lot of different areas that do come to campus throughout the semester. We're very proud of that. We have, like I said, usually over 500 employers, in recruiting or coming to campus or posting jobs on Handshake. And so there's a great sampling there for you all. Obviously, you can see here a few of us that deal with more on the employment side of things. Obviously, myself there, Miriam Barada, and then Lance Miner as well. So some of the things that we oversee there: student employment, cooperative education, internships, applied learning opportunities. And we help students do that co-op and internship class. So if you do take an internship with an opportunity and you need some type of credit towards your major, we're here to help with that course and run you through that as well. Want to give some quick ideas of some student profiles here. Just that, we like to talk about our students. We feel like they're the ones that get the experience and the opportunities that they have. So you can see here Namanthi, she was one of our first students that worked with Deloitte. So Deloitte's obviously announced a partnership for the Smart Factory here at Wichita State, and Namanthi is one of the first workers there. So I'll let you kind of read through that real quick and what she does. She's a PhD student in electrical engineering. Inika Vargas is another one of our students. So she's a major in psychology. So she worked here at the Central Plains Area Agency on Aging, which basically through Sedgwick County. So she's a psychology student, and she's from Texas. So I'll let you kind of read through that a little bit. And then Angel Santana, who's an aerospace engineering major, working for Martin Defense Group here on campus. Very interesting story with Angel. We had a great opportunity. He does flying wingsuits. So if you've ever seen the people jump out of planes and with no parachute, they just kind of have look like a flying squirrel. Angel did that for fun, and then obviously one of the projects he worked on with the Martin Defense Group was something related to that. So it was a great opportunity for him to apply his education to the real world, and obviously kind of with an interest in between. There was really, really cool to see him excel in his position. And then so obviously I've given you a few of these, but wichita.edu/hero, we have 20, 30, 40 students on here. You can go look at and just see, if you relate to one of these students and, about their opportunity and talk to them about, some things that they experience here at Wichita State as well. Real quick, just contact information for us. Let's Get Social, obviously. So YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, any of those, we're obviously on there. We're very active on there. We try to post as many opportunities, events. We try to keep up. We'd love you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post a lot of videos on there about what our students are doing, and I think it's a great firsthand experience to see what's going on. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always excited to have new students on campus, and look forward to seeing you here at Wichita State.